It's Leo season. Yay. I'm at the river, and it's kind of the last days of the river as it starts to get too polluted. But the fog is thick where I live right now. It's almost raining. Um, and I wanted to say some things about Leo season. I personally am a Leo moon, and boy, it is a powerful placement to be in Leo and to be of Leo because it just has a lot of intensity. It's magnetic, magnanimous, and also ferocious. So there are two sides definitely to the Leo aspect. And I can hear maybe there's a Leo around the corner talking really loud. But anyways, Leo is really connected to the sun. We love the sun. And Leo so it's a solar fire, and the sun is amazing. Like if I can get a little bit of sun, I am all good because it actually it hits our bodies and creates things through that electricity. And as it does for the plants, when the sun hits the spring in Aries and is closer to us in the northern hemisphere, the plants, everything just starts budding and growing. It creates growth, and the sun is, I mean, the best. So it's interesting. It's interesting that the sun has, been labeled for a lot of issues with health, and really it's the products we take in that are creating that. And, there's other factors too, but the sun, we need actual sun. Now, I remember during the pandemic, they were really pushing vitamin D and taking it in a pill form, which is not the same. And also find out later that, pharmaceutical companies are owning these supplement companies. So being pushed to take a vitamin D pill is not the same as the sun. And we should celebrate the sun and really revel in the angles of light that come. And when you study astrotheology, you learn about each angle and what it has to do also with your health. And when you work with the different angles of light, you can utilize the momentum through conscious awareness of what's happening, really work with the energies, and it can help put you in alignment with the great flow of this earth. So Leo is actually, we're reaching a point when we get to Leo season, it's kind of about involution. So like we were just in Cancer season, which was the height of the sun in the sky. And now the sun is going to be not rising to that peak. It's going to be going lower and lower and lower as we move towards the fall, which is Libra. And Virgo is like kind of the final harvest before the fall. And so Leo is like, it's peak sun, everything's brown, everything has like done its process, and now it's going back inward, and then to recreate another day. So as we move with this cycle, and Leo, the sun is really connected to the heart too, because the heart is our center. And if you see things in vibrational physics, we see things as toroidal fields. So there are toroidal fields around everything, including our bodies, including our heart. And the heart is amazing. I would look up Frank Chester and really look up the Chesterhedron and what he has to say about the heart, because we are learning so much new information, or information that's been around for a while, but just getting exposed to the idea that the heart may be more than a pump, that the heart is actually vortexing the blood inward one way and outward another. And these are spirals and vortexes, and the vortex is really a symbol of the toroidal field. So the heart being the center, it's really good to check in with the heart and see how your heart feels, how it's doing. There's actually a thing too about the right part of the heart is actually where uh, the emotional energy can be held. And I often work on the heart and in biogeometry, and I can really help change the disturbances in the heart and get all the parts, um, centered around the heart. And the heart is like a seven-sided shape. And actually, the heart, they've like done things where they've rolled it out, because it's a rolled up, it's like a towel rolled up and then turned inward. So it's kind of like that. And if you unroll it, it actually makes a circle with a hollow center. So like a thick, a wide circle, which is really interesting. So there's lots of great stuff about the heart. Um, I think a lot of the processed foods and things that are the not really healthy for us, but are part of the industrial food complex, those I think really interfere with the heart flow. And we really have to pay attention to that and the heart, and tuning into the heart. So, Leo. So there's also a whole system of health, astrohomeopathy, that is connected. So like Leo's rules the heart, and it also rules the motor nerves. And the motor nerves are like a ganglion of nerves that go down into the intestine, stomach area. And there's like these, and like electrical systems, because we are one ourselves, electricity and magnetism, there are like these sheaths that coat it to protect it from being bothered by other things in the body. And the magnesium is the mineral connected to the heart and to Leo and to the motor nerves. And magnesium will actually coat that, the sheath of, it'll thicken it so it's more protective. If you get depleted in this mineral, it can become thinner, and then nerves will be more sensitive and easily agitated. So, we all know the benefits of magnesium, and it's definitely connected to the Leo energy. And it also calms the nerves, that ganglion of nerves, to have the magnesium balanced in the body. And so there's a homeopathic cell salt connected to that called Mag Phos. And before we went into Leo season, I started to hear my heartbeat in the morning, and I had gone through a whole series of things, underworld journey, and was just coming out of it, and I could feel, and I was like, oh, it's Leo season. And it's because I pay attention, then I'm really, as soon as it shifts, I know it. So it's really a fun experiment to do this and really pay attention to the sun and moon every day, where they are. And it's really simple. So anyway, my heart, and I was like, oh, maybe I need some Mag Phos, because we're going into that season, and I am Leo moon. And so I started taking it, and it was really soothing. And I slept really good too. So there's a whole homeopathic cell salt that's connected to each sign that will help support that sign. Because the idea is that you have planets there, like the sun and other planets, you may burn through those minerals faster. And so this is a way to support the Leos and the heart and the nerves. And it's about motion. These are the motor nerves, so it's about motion, movement, and emotion is kind of what can happen with the sensitive Leos. They're sensitive in different ways than the Cancer, um, and it's kind of a thing when you're dealing with a Leo. You really have to like, oh, okay, this is what that's about. I always call it like the off with your heading, like off with your head. I've had enough. Like the queen comes out. So we have to, rein in that inner fierceness sometimes and balance it. So part of that is working with Mag Phos and magnesium. And magnesium is a super interesting mineral too. I guess it's diamagnetic, so it repels magnets, which is really interesting. Yeah. Also being connected to the fire, solar fire, and working with fire carefully during this time of year, which is very, electric in the air. It can be really hot. It isn't so much this season, but it can be, and it could still be. There's often like an electrical storm. We've had those during this time of year, which is interesting. But enjoy your Leos, enjoy Leo season, and take care of the heart.